What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It is Wednesday, November 12th. My name is Fred. I am the Chief Market Strategist at Toastbeans, and this is my outlook for the S&P 500 going forward. Now, the SPY had a pretty nice run from Friday of last week up until now. It's pretty much a straight line. Mark Newton of Fundstrat, he posted a few days ago that the move from Friday to Monday should be consolidated. And what he means by that is we should get a pullback really soon. But the funny thing is the market has been pumping and pumping, and even after hours, it's still pumping. And I believe the S&P 500 should reach the all-time high target around 688, 689. Anywhere from 686 to 689 is should act as resistance. And, we should get a little bit of pullback here, but that's not to say that we should be, getting a bigger correction. And a lot of bears on Twitter, on X, they've been pretty much fighting the trend the entire way up, not knowing that the trend has pretty much changed since last week. So I'm here to tell you that in the near term, it's hard to fight the trend. The trend should be higher, but note that, the market is susceptible to pullbacks. And the reason why, someone on Twitter brought this up, which is pretty interesting, is that if you take the previous government shutdown of 2018 to 2019, which started from December until January, we pretty much rallied into the end of the government shutdown around January. And this is the doji that happened. And then following the day of the end of the government shutdown, we got a 2% pullback, nearly 2% from the highs of the previous day to the lows of the next day. And so if you wanted to play puts, that would be the perfect opportunity to wait for the government shutdown. I believe the government shutdown should end by end of day tomorrow or today, which is Wednesday, and Trump should be signing the bill into law. And the reason also why there could be risk is because then all the economic data is going to dump. And on Thursday, assuming that the government shutdown ends, we're going to get the CPI, on Friday, the PPI. And that is, everyone's been saying inflation has been coming down, but still it's risk that the market could pull back. And if you look at the move that we've made over the past, 3-4 days, it's been straight up, and we haven't gotten any single bit of consolidation since. And so, knowing Mark Newton, Fundstrat, he's calling for a pullback, and a lot of people on X are calling for a pullback. However, a lot of people are shorting too early. I feel like they're just, fighting the trend. They're shorting at 680, 683, 685. The trend is your friend until we're getting some sort of catalyst. Now, the government shutdown could be a sell the news event, which is also why I think that it's quite possible that once we get up to near resistance, we could see something similar that we saw, back in 2018 to 2019 government shutdown, where we get like a 1 to 2% sell-off. But that's not to say that the sell-off that would be the end of the bull market. It's just a miniature pullback in the grand scheme of things. So I would be a buyer of this pullback if we do get it. And the following week we have Nvidia earnings, so that leads me to believe that we could get some sort of pullback Thursday, Friday, maybe even into Monday, where we start consolidating, and then Nvidia will take the market much higher. Everything sort of like an everything rally. So, yeah, we'll see how this all plays out. I think that there's still room to run, especially like futures are up after hours. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think about everything. If you have any questions, remember to put them down in the comment section below. Check out my app. Toastbeans is available for free on the iOS App Store, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.